Have you heard? The Tokyo government plans to redevelop the Meiji Shrine Outer Gardens and turn them into a shopping center.
What?
That's going to be our focus in today's lesson. You can find out how you can help protect the Meiji area later in the episode.
Welcome to English Stripped Bear.
With B. Barrington. Our topic is not what we would normally talk about on our channel. It's a bit more political than we usually like to get into, but we also wanted to bring this issue to light.
What's happening?
The Tokyo government gave the okay to the Jingu-Gaien area redevelopment project. Jingu-Gaien is the outer gardens of Meiji Shrine, which is a popular place for both locals and tourists. The project includes rebuilding the Jingu Baseball Stadium and the Chichibunomiya Rugby Stadium, construction of new skyscrapers, and most notably, the cutting down of about 1,000 trees in the garden.
It's important to note that Gaien is different than general parks.
Well, how so?
Parks are usually run by the local governments or the national government.
I see. This makes sense, as what I heard is that there are allegedly some financial issues that are causing the Meiji Jingu to back this project.
I didn't know that.
The government hasn't really been too open about this issue. In fact, they've been developing these plans in secret. And when that kind of thing happens, it's clearly not a good sign.
Yeah.
It really feels like their game plan so far has been to push this redevelopment forward in secret until it's too late to reverse course. If they keep people in the dark long enough, it'll be too late for them to organize and save the area.
The Japanese government has a history of doing things like this. It seems that every unique place in the city is in the crosshairs of the Tokyo government. For example, Golden Gai and Shimokitazawa were targeted in the past.
You know, for years they fought to rip down the Nakagin Capsule Tower. And they finally succeeded in that this year. I mean, maybe you didn't like that architecture or thought it was dated and hokey, but people came to see that building.
Yeah, it was unique.
It left an impression on people. It's probably a guarantee that whatever they put up there is going to be boring and inconsequential.
Yeah.
Certainly, it's not going to be anything that people will want to see or even remember seeing.
It's a bit like Tsukiji Market. The government spent hundreds of billions of yen to move the market into a shiny new building. And it sucks.
Yeah, it lacks the charm the old fish market had. There was a certain atmosphere that can't be created so easily. It was a mistake and a waste of money in my opinion. The new market is not what tourists want to see or feel. I guess, that brings up a good question. Is this good for tourism?
Does Tokyo really need another shopping center? I don't think so.
Well, not just that, but after the newness wears off, who's gonna want it? I mean, in 10 years, will anyone really want to go there to shop? There'll be newer shopping centers that people will probably go to.
Yeah,
I don't really think this is something tourists will come here to do.
agree.
I think one thing that maybe the government gets confused about is that they think that tourists come here to shop. And I don't think that's true.
Okay.
Tourists don't come here to shop. That's a byproduct of traveling here.
Exactly. People visit Japan to see its unique sights.
Yeah, like temples and shrines. If the city rips out all those unique things to see and do, the tourists will stop coming.
Right?
It's not like Tokyo has a lack of places to shop. I mean, there's lots of shopping centers throughout the city.
Yeah, so many.
Yeah, what the city does lack, though, are green areas.
How about New York? I think it's very comparable to Tokyo, as it has a lot of skyscrapers and not much green space.
What is true, New York is a really big city, but compared to Tokyo, the percentage of green space is really different. New York actually has about 30% public green space.
Okay.
And if you compare that to Tokyo, which only has 7.5,
Wow.
yeah, you'll see that there's quite a difference.
Yeah.
It's not that Tokyo doesn't have any green space. It just doesn't have enough green space.
Yeah, I agree.
The government really shouldn't be moving towards cutting down these trees.
They should plant more.
Definitely. Even though New York has about 30% green space, in the last 10 years they've had an initiative to plant 1 million trees in the city.
Okay.
which they successfully did. So they started a new initiative to plant 1 million more trees.
Wow, so we're doing opposite things in Japan.
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh,
I think for local people, it makes the city much harder to live in.
yeah,
It's depressing when you don't have trees to look at.
totally.
Rather than focusing on the problem, let's talk about some possible solutions.
Okay.
One possible solution would be to enact an entrance fee for the shrine. The money raised could then be used to help maintain the outer gardens, which can't really have an entrance fee since there are roads running through it.
Another solution is for the government to use tax money to help subsidize the cost of running the outer garden. This way, the shrine area can remain free and open to everyone, and the outer gardens can be preserved.
That's probably a pretty good idea. I don't think you would find many local people objecting to that.
Yeah,
There are some other ways that you can help. You can start by being informed on the issue. Knowledge is power. There are some websites linked in the description, and we encourage everyone to do their own research as well.
is there anything else?
Well, if you found this lesson informative, you could show your appreciation by pawing that like button.
Liking is really helpful. So if you found some value in our video, give it a click.
You can also share this video to help get the word out to more people.
The more people that know what's happening, the better.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching today.
Bye bye.
See ya!